Boxing is a sport of passion, skill, and resilience, but it's also one that has seen its fair share of controversy. From disputed decisions to unsportsmanlike conduct, some moments have left fans outraged, fighters scared, and the sport itself under scrutiny. These incidents are etched into boxing history, not because of the punches thrown, but because of the drama, controversy, and lasting debates they sparked. What happens when the judges don't get it right? When tempers flare, rules are bent, or the spectacle overshadows the sport? In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the most controversial moments in boxing history. From infamous fights to shocking decisions and behind-the-scenes scandals, these stories reveal the highs and lows of the sweet science. 1. Mike Tyson bites Evander Holyfield's ear. Perhaps the most infamous moment in boxing history occurred during the 1997 rematch between Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield. After losing their first bout, Tyson entered the ring with a point to prove. However, the fight took a shocking turn in the third round when Tyson bit Holyfield's ear. Not once, but twice. The fight was stopped, and Tyson was disqualified. The incident shocked the sports world, with fans and pundits debating whether it was a sign of frustration, desperation, or pure rage. Tyson later apologized, but the moment remains one of boxing's darkest and most unforgettable chapters. 2. The Phantom Punch. Muhammad Ali versus Sonny Liston. The second fight between Muhammad Ali and Sonny Liston in 1965 sparked decades of debate. Just over a minute into the first round, Liston hit the canvas after what appeared to be a light punch from Ali, now famously called the Phantom Punch. Referee Jersey Joe Walcott counted Liston out, but the crowd was left stunned, unsure of what they had witnessed. Speculation about match fixing, mob involvement, and Liston's personal issues swirled for years, with many believing Liston went down on purpose. Despite the controversy, the fight solidified Ali's legend, though it remains one of the most questioned moments in boxing history. 3. The Long Count. Jack Dempsey versus Gene Tunney. The 1927 rematch between Jack Dempsey and Gene Tunney gave us one of boxing's most iconic and controversial moments, the long count. In the 7th round, Dempsey knocked Tunney down but failed to immediately retreat to a neutral corner, as required by the rules. This delayed the referee's count, giving Tunney extra time to recover. Tunney got back to his feet and went on to win the fight by unanimous decision. Critics argued that the delay unfairly benefited Tunney, and the moment remains a point of contention in boxing lore. 4. Pacquiao versus Bradley I. A robbery in plain sight. When Manny Pacquiao faced Timothy Bradley in 2012, most fans and analysts believed Pacquiao had clearly won the fight. He landed more punches, controlled the pace, and dominated the later rounds. However, the judges awarded Bradley a shocking split decision victory, leaving fans and commentators stunned. The backlash was immediate, with accusations of corruption and incompetence leveled at the judges. The decision tarnished what could have been a career-defining moment for Bradley and is still regarded as one of the worst decisions in boxing history. 5. Resto versus Collins. A cheater's scandal. One of boxing's most disgraceful moments came in 1983, when Louis Resto fought Billy Collins Jr. Resto won the fight in brutal fashion, leaving Collins battered and bruised. However, it was later discovered that Resto's trainer had removed padding from his gloves, turning his punches into near-lethal weapons. The scandal not only ended Collins' promising career, but also raised serious questions about the safety regulations in boxing. Resto and his trainer were banned from the sport, but the damage done to Collins' health and legacy remains one of boxing's most tragic stories. 6. Mayweather versus Maidana. Glove controversy. Before their 2014 rematch, Floyd Mayweather and Marcos Maidana were embroiled in a heated debate over Maidana's gloves. Mayweather accused Maidana of using gloves with insufficient padding, leading to a last-minute switch to gloves approved by Mayweather's camp. While the fight itself was a decisive win for Mayweather, the pre-fight controversy highlighted how mind games and negotiation tactics can play a significant role in boxing. Fans continue to debate whether Mayweather's insistence on controlling every detail gave him an unfair advantage. 7. Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul. A circus or a fight? In 2021, Boxing purists were outraged when Floyd Mayweather, an undefeated champion, agreed to fight YouTube star Logan Paul in an exhibition match. While the fight drew massive pay-per-view numbers, critics called it a mockery of the sport, arguing that it blurred the lines between entertainment and legitimate competition. Though the fight ended without a definitive winner, it reignited debates about the commercialization of boxing and whether such events diminish the legacy of legends like Mayweather. 8. The Fan Man Incident. Bowe vs. Holyfield EU. The 1993 rematch between Riddick Bowe and Evander Holyfield for the heavyweight championship was expected to be an action-packed showdown. Both fighters had established themselves as top heavyweights, with Holyfield seeking to reclaim the title he had lost to Bowe the previous year. Fans at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas eagerly awaited the bout, but what transpired during the fight turned it into one of the most bizarre and unforgettable moments in boxing history. As the 7th round began, a man operating a powered paraglider, later nicknamed Fan Man, unexpectedly descended from the sky and crash-landed on the ring apron. The intruder's appearance caused instant chaos. The propeller on his paraglider became entangled in the overhead lighting, and he was quickly swarmed by security personnel, event staff, and even members of Bowe's entourage. Some in the crowd, unsure of the intruder's intentions, panicked, thinking it could be an act of terrorism. The reaction from Bowe's camp was particularly intense. Several members of his team physically assaulted the intruder while he was tangled in his equipment. The situation spiraled into a melee as stunned fans and commentators watched the bizarre scene unfold. Referee Mills Lane halted the fight, and both fighters retreated to their corners as the chaos was brought under control. The delay lasted over 20 minutes as officials worked to clear the ring and ensure the safety of everyone involved. The fighters, both of whom had been fully engaged in the match before the interruption, had to deal with the unexpected break in action. For Bowe, the incident added further stress as his pregnant wife, who was in the audience, fainted during the commotion and had to be rushed to a hospital. When the fight eventually resumed, the focus was back on the two heavyweight titans. Holyfield regained his composure and ultimately won the fight by majority decision, reclaiming the heavyweight title. However, the Fan Man incident overshadowed much of the action and remains the defining memory of the bout for many fans. 9. Tyson Fury vs. Deontay Wilder I. The Count Controversy. The first fight between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder in 2018 was an instant classic, but it wasn't without controversy. In the 12th round, Wilder landed a devastating knockdown on Fury, leaving him flat on the canvas. It appeared as though the fight was over. However, to the shock of fans and Wilder himself, Fury rose to his feet before the referee's count of 10 and continued to fight, even dominating the rest of the round. Critics argued that the referee gave Fury too much time to recover, while others praised the decision, pointing out Fury's remarkable resilience. The fight ultimately ended in a controversial split draw, with debates about the knockdown count and scoring continuing to divide fans to this day. Lennox Lewis vs. Evander Holyfield I. A draw nobody believed. In 1999, Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield faced off in a highly anticipated heavyweight unification bout. Over the course of 12 rounds, Lewis appeared to dominate the fight, landing more punches and controlling the action. However, when the decision was announced as a draw, fans, commentators, and even Lewis himself were left stunned. The decision sparked widespread accusations of corruption, with many feeling Lewis had been robbed of a clear victory. The controversy led to a rematch later that year, where Lewis decisively won, but the questionable scoring of the first fight remains one of the most debated moments in boxing history. Boxing's rich history is filled with incredible triumphs, legendary rivalries, and unforgettable moments, but it's also marked by controversies that have shaped its narrative. From shocking decisions to scandals inside and outside the ring, these moments remind us that boxing isn't just a sport. It's a spectacle where the drama never ends. While these controversies may tarnish the sport's image, they also contribute to its mystique, keeping fans debating and discussing for decades. Whether you view them as cautionary tales or entertaining footnotes, one thing is certain: controversy is as much a part of boxing as the fight itself.